It's somewhat different than the allegations about other recent indictments of people by the Department of Justice who they claim were critical of Trump. So this one has some teeth to it. And even I think the critics are going to have to acknowledge that the allegations coming out of DOJ are very specific, and they are something that is being put together by a team that apparently is very well experienced in national security prosecutions.
And you really have to think, too, about if prosecutors will highlight, okay, we're dealing with an national security advisor, and coming up with all these things that he probably has done in his career when he's trying to avoid people seeing critical information. And then you have John Bolton here allegedly just putting these notes and then, in just a computer that could just easily be hacked and maybe even hacked.
Right. And again, we've seen this time and time again in various scenarios. And that's one of the issues here is if you are handling classified information, at what level, at what point do you say, I'm not going to risk this? I'm not going to send this to myself in an email. I'm not going to keep diary notes that can be easily traced to some kind of classified document. I mean, it's a fine line. And again, senior officials do engage in this kind of note-taking and journal keeping, and that's for their own benefit to try to make sure that they can keep track of what's going on. So there is a practical reason for it. But if you're doing this because you're planning on writing a memoir, that could be a little bit different. And so I think there's a lot here that we haven't seen yet, and it's going to be fascinating to see how it plays out.
This case could stretch for months. Motions discovery may be a plea or trial. However it ends, the outcome will echo far beyond one defendant. It will test how evenly the law applies, how strictly the government guards its secrets, and how much trust the public still has in those who once shaped U.S. foreign policy. The indictment of John Bolton isn't just a story about one man's notes. It's about accountability, the balance between openness and security, and the fragile trust between government and the people it serves.